Hello everyone, hola, aloha, ciao, salut, ni hao, namaste, ohayo, yagamasma, здравствуйте, привет, bunna, dzień dobry, sziasztok. Hello, xin ciao, yavasio, tere, assalamu alaikum, saskriakal, marhaban, merhaban, merhaba, I should say. Welcome, international people. My name is Brunel. There are several eyeshadow palettes out again from the people who created Makeup Revolution. It's the I Heart Chocolate palettes, and this is one of the latest ones. I think there are about 4 in total. You can see it's chocolate and it's got silver on it. This one is the Galactic palette, and I looked at the other ones and I thought, no thank you. So I decided to go for this one instead. It is contains 18 it says 18 out of this world shades in a mix of matte and shimmer. It's got the back there, you've got all the different colors at the back. Good with the lighting so that you can pick up see the colors. Yeah, I think the cost is about £8.99. If it is incorrect, I'll put it below here. And to try and make it as quick as possible, I'm going to leave my final thoughts to the end of the video and tell you what I think about it. And just to show you, you've got the packaging, of course, with the I Heart Revolution as such. And of course, you've got the eyeshadows, which I've just dug one of them by mistake here. Each of the eyeshadows have got names on them. So you've got these. And you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mattes, but and the rest are variation of shimmers. But to be honest, if you are a dark skin tone, you can discount this one because that is way too light. Not going to be able to do anything with that. This one is a bit, no, I'm not too sure that this is the color that I will use in the crease color. So for me personally, the matte shades to be used as transition shades will be this one, which is quite dark. That one I think I'll be using that, and this one. So there aren't as many mattes, which is actually the first thing that I'm noting here, which is a minus for me personally. So that's that. And then you've got mainly variations of purples, and you've got dark grays. So this is really what this palette is about. If you're not into those shades, or you've already got another eyeshadow palette, then you can bypass it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is some first impression. Also what I'm going to do, I'm going to go for first shade. And by the way, on my crease line, I've just got a concealer, NARS, I think is it NARS or Bobbi Brown, or one of those soft matte ones. Anyway, you can use any concealer that you want. I use that as a norm. And I'm going to go for this shade here, which is called Dark Matter. That's what first one I'm going to go for. I'm just going to use 2 transition shades, and then I'm going to use that one afterwards, which is Andromeda. So you have that. Okay. And I'm just going to use a BH Cosmetic brush. This is number 5. It's lovely and fluffy, and I'm tapping it in. There is a bit of fallout, so you have to be gentle with it. There's quite a bit that comes off the brush. It's also a bit powdery, and let's see if that works. And it's pigmented. Okay, so it is pigmented, definitely. That blended in really nicely. Moving on to the next shade, which is Andromeda. Not too much fallout, a bit less fallout than the other color. And I'm using BH Cosmetic brush in number 6. And I'm just going to concentrate that on the crease line. So it's very well pigmented. And it blends really nicely as well. So far so good. And hopefully you can see. Very pigmented. Okay, so that's blended in really nicely. It is buildable. However, for me personally, the color is a little bit too muted. I would have liked it to be a bit more vibrant, or a bit deeper, or darker shade. Yeah, so that's that. So let's go for the shimmers. I'm going to try it first of all without with just a brush, a dry brush. rather than my finger, because I normally use fingers, as you guys know, but I'm going to try the brush. I'm going to go for this grey here first of all, and this main part, and I may add a darker grey, which is this one here on the outer corners of the eyes. So we'll start off this one and see whether it's really, really intense. And this one is called Intergalactic. That one. Just try a dry brush first. You do have to go back in to pick up enough product. And let's see. Not bad, actually. Not bad at all. Not bad. And let me try it with my finger as well. And see. Ooh. Not seeing a massive difference. Yeah, works definitely better with a wet brush. So it works definitely better with a wet brush. Next shade, and I think the final shade I'm going to use is this one, the dark grey, which is called Far, Far Away. And again, it's with a wet brush. And this one is a bit more shimmery as well. You do have to be careful with this one, because otherwise if you dig in too much, you're going to end up removing quite a bit of product. And it's not that impressive, you can see. You need to really pack it in with this one actually. Right, what I'm going to do is do the rest of my face, and just to let you know as well, actually Far, Far Away, you're better off using your finger and packing it in. When it is wet, it tends to crumble a bit more. It doesn't react the same way as the previous shade, which is Intergalactic. So it goes a bit crumbly. So I've had to use my thumb to really kind of pack it in gently. Just a word of warning. And what I'm going to do is now just go off camera and do the rest of my face. I am going to take Andromeda, the same color I had before, which is the purple around, and I'm going to go in underneath my eyes. And I might actually use, I'm going to, on the inner corners of my eyes, I'm actually going to use this color here, the light sort of purpley one, which is Interstellar. So Interstellar is going to be on the inner corners of my eyes. Andromeda at the bottom. If I do darken it, and I'll let you know, I might use this one here, which is Seen from Mars. I might use that just on the edge, on the corners, just underneath my waterline, but I'll let you know. And I'll just finish off my face off camera, and I'll give you my final thoughts about this palette. See you in a moment. Alrighty, this is my face all done. We are finito. I didn't end up putting the other dark grey color underneath my eyes at all. I left it at that. You saw from the swatches, some swatch better than others. Personally, I'm just gonna give it. I'm struggling to open the palette here. Personally, I'm gonna say it's a pass. I'm just gonna cut to the chase, and I'll give you some of the reasons why. They just aren't. The biggest reason, most of all, is the number of mattes in here. For me personally, there are not enough mattes in here, which makes it very difficult to try and create different looks with this particular palette. You've got the greys and so on, but if you're my skin tone, you can already exclude 2 colors, and that means that you've only got 3 shades that you can use as transition shades, which restricts the kind of looks that you can create. And basically for me personally, I'll be using only these two colors here, which are the Dark Matter and Andromeda, and that's really it. With regard to the swatches, the best swatches were, and the brightest ones were these two, actually, one on top of the other. This one is asterism and also one small step. So not surprised at all because they are the brightest shades in the whole palette, but they swatched really, really well. The others are not too bad. There are some inconsistencies between even the shimmers in that you saw earlier. One applied better with wet. The other one, if you wet the brush, it actually became quite crumbly and it didn't quite work so well. It was better off using a finger. So again, that kind of like throws things a bit, that you have to really try the different shades in order to see what they how they would apply and how best to apply them on your eyes. I just think that this palette is a bit too restrictive. There aren't enough looks with that you can create, and for me it is a pass. However, you may disagree. It is your money, you spend it how you like, you earned it, you spend it how you like. I'm not an expert, I'm just a makeup enthusiast, but I think for me it is a pass. Yours truly will be leaving this one behind. I will be giving this one away to someone, a family member somewhere. And by the way, I'm not a fan of the brick effect to that design that I've got in there. It's not for me. But that's it. As usual, thank you very much for watching my video. I hope that you enjoyed today's video. If you did, let me know. Don't forget to like, subscribe and comment if you haven't already. I appreciate it very, very much. And I will speak to you all very soon. And au revoir et à bientôt.